Affordability looming large on the campaign trail, especially with more tariffs expected next week from U.S. President Donald Trump. But food prices could also be an issue this year. A new report is warning they are set to rise, and inflation is not to blame. For more on the election economic forecasts and promises, we are joined by financial commentator Pattie Lovett-Reid. Been waiting for you to weigh in on this, Pattie, so it's great that you're with us this morning. Listen, yes, Liberal leader Mark Carney and Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre have both proposed varying income tax cuts. They were very similar, so you have to really dig in, pay attention to figure out the differences between the two. Who are these cuts going to help?
Well, the middle income household, for sure. Some would suggest the lower income household. But it is very fascinating because many are saying, okay, we head to the polls April 28th. But it's really difficult, Anne-Marie, with any absolute certainty to really understand the degree of accuracy we will have from an economic perspective. Because the trade tension, geopolitical risk, the tariffs, I mean, the list goes on and on. I mean, bigger motherhood statements, I think we'll see a smaller footprint in terms of government, that's for sure. I think things will be a lot more targeted. I do think there's going to be a lot of conversation around kitchen tables. And I will say why I believe personally it feels different this year is the kitchen table election platform is always very different than the main one because households are saying, what does this mean for me?
Yeah.
And I get that. We do that as well. But I think the bigger issue this year, and I do think it'll come into play, is what does this really mean for our country? So it's the 1-2 punch. And I know we're going to talk about food prices because it's a big one. But I do think households are looking at both arenas.
Yeah. When we talk about Ottawa, how should they be looking to buffer us from the effects of this tariffs? We're talking Ottawa as in whichever government comes into place and is in power after April 28th. What should we be looking for government big G to do to help buffer us from the tariffs that we know are coming potentially as soon as next week?
Well, I do think, and we are starting to hear that maybe the tariffs towards Canada will be a little less than originally thought. I do think we'll be watching the Bank of Canada in terms of interest rates, where inflation goes. Households, how are they going to be impacted? Who loses a job? And what kind of government support will we get? It's not going to be a one and done, Anne-Marie. I think things are going to be looked at one-offs. We know for a fact, just given where the targets are, certain sectors are going to be hit more so than others. And so I do think that's going to sort of drive the agenda.
Man, everywhere you turn, it feels like people are trying to regroup, to figure things out. So let's talk about food prices in this country. They are forecast to rise between 2% and 5% in 2025. What are the factors that are driving them up?
Okay, so I love this report. It's the 15th annual report by Dalhousie University, the University of Guelph, the University of Saskatchewan, and the University of BC. And they found that the average household of four will spend $16,800, roughly $833. I guess that does matter. That's $801 more year over year. Believe it or not, it is a little lower. Anne-Marie, drought is always a big issue and impacts. But to your point, 4 to 6% higher for meat, vegetables that are imported from the U.S., tariffs, the U.S. president, I think is almost a bigger issue, but we can't completely not reference the Canadian dollar, which of course is trading lower. That costs us more. But it is a huge wild card right now. And when you get back to the political side of things and households sitting around that table, they're saying, this is costing more. This is costing more. How are we going to get through it? That's the big issue. But the bigger issue is, how is the country going to get through this? And so that's why truly I think every vote does matter. Regardless of who you vote for, you have to sort of, and it may feel different this year, but put country first.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting that you say that. I feel like in this election campaign, and I've covered a few of them, I don't know that I've seen this level of engagement from so many different sectors and circles before. And to your point, I really want that to translate into voting regardless of who you're voting for. Your voice really does matter in this one. Pattie Lovett-Reid, financial commentator, great to have your take on everything happening on the campaign trail and in the country this week. Thanks.
Thanks a lot, Anne-Marie.